On?
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, this is first for me.
Hello, we are here.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Where do I go? Hi, everybody.
Sit on the chair.
Okay.
It's my fault, Renee.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a little set on our girl before I started her makeup.
Yeah, he wanted to get us set up here. So, and my hair's all set, no makeup on, right? Raw.
Can I pull it closer?
Yep, pull it closer.
This is so funny.
everyone-
Dawn's so crazy. She's like, come and do this. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm there.
Yes, yes.
But I need you to sit back in the chair.
Ladies, how lucky am I to have Joseph? Joseph is here, the iconic, famous.
Oh my God, iconic.
Wonderful. I can't say the word iconic. He gets mad at me. He's here.
I
We're
feel
going
like
to
I've
do
been
a
resurrected.
Look, I have no makeup on. I look as dull as Debbie
right.
doll, whatever. Debbie does dullness. Anyway, we're going to go glam because we're going to a party tonight. He and I. We're going to. Right? We're going to.
Okay, well, glam is something people throw around, and a lot of people have really abused it because it gets to be really heavy. It's not sexy when you can see the makeup. It's still, but what's really important about evening and glam is really just the eyes. The eyes should really do something they've never done before, or at least, it's that little bit extra. I like to put a little demi lash in the corner of each eye before the mascara really brings out the eyes. I don't like to get too carried away with the skin and the lips because I think you should be approachable and sexy and kissable.
And you
when
also
you go out
like
evening.
women when, you're talking about the beauty of women, just kind of embracing our beauty. Let's talk a little bit about that before we get started because you've got a lot of interesting things to say about that.
Well, yeah, I do. And I'm very adamant about it. I think that the most beautiful moment as you're getting ready to go and do anything is just to really embrace your face with no makeup. Just really look at yourself and say, this is who I am.
I'm beautiful.
Everyone is beautiful. Everyone. There's no exception. None.
And you're divine. Just for the fact that you're born.
Just for that. Just the fact that you're there.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you're here.
Yeah.
Now.
But we could play with makeup and have fun and enhance it.
How much fun
Somebody's
is that?
asking us a question. Hi, greetings from the Netherlands.
Wow.
Hey, shout out. You're up. You're up very late. Aren't you tired? Now, I don't have my glasses on, so you're going to have to. No, they're just chatting with us.
Okay.
So we can read it, and if they have questions, we can answer.
You didn't bring me a cream, but I'm
I have lots of cream, and I have lots of toner on. Oh, let's talk about our toner, too. So I'm all prepped. I'm prepped and ready to go.
Look, this is about getting Dawn ready to go to a party. I watch my tutorial with Dawn. You'll get all the information on skin prep, creams, how important toner is. Since a lot of women have come back to me recently after that advice on toner and said it's really making a difference. People think that if you can't see it right away, it's not worth it. It really does make a difference, and it's a good practice. So we've got toner, we've got cream, we're ready to start. And as I said, we're getting Dawn ready to go out. I've got some wave in her hair clipped in, and all I want to do is bring those eyes out. And I want to make that skin look really, really creamy and beautiful. Because I think in the evening, it's all about the eyes. Mm-hmm. What's our question?
Yes, I did too. I didn't want to miss this video.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's past midnight here.
You took your disco nap.
So thank you.
Yes,
thank you for joining us.
Oh.
We're not gonna disappoint, are we, Joseph?
No.
We're gonna do something really incredible, ladies. So really watch the master at work. You're gonna see how I'm transformed. We were talking about beauty and embracing your beauty no matter what. Beauty is an inside job, and you know what? Let's put it this way. There's no, when it comes to beauty, there is no expiration date. That's what I like to say. There's no expiration date. You can be beautiful in your 20s. You can be beautiful in your 80s. It's really kind of your essence, right? It's who you are inside. It's your wisdom. It's your life experience. I've had a lot of life experience, right? Children, I've had tragedies.
When you have a child, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And living down here during 9/11 and all that.
Yep, right. We're in New York City. We're live in New York City. And ladies, feel free to ask any questions. We're starting right now. You guys are great together. Can't wait for the eyes. Oh, thank you so much. It's coming. We're working on it. We're sending you our love.
I'm just going to do
Thanks for the thumbs up. If you love us, thumbs up.
I'm just going to do a very light foundation because it's evening and you really want to look beautiful. You don't want to look heavily made up. And sometimes people get that mixed up. They're like, oh, glam means a lot of makeup and contour and everything. Let's think about women that are over, say, 40 or, you know, you kind of want to hold back on that because what's sexy is really what's underneath all that. You know, the sheen, the shine, the glow. Here's my point about a bare face. If you can love that bare face and really see the beauty in your bare face, that's the best ticket to doing great things with makeup.
Right. Because you're just enhancing it.
That's right. No transformation. No, I need to be somebody else. None of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're enhancing your natural beauty. A lot of people on saying hi. Hi.
Hi.
We love you.
Thanks for watching our tutorial. I think that's where we're getting some of our people. That's really nice.
Somebody said hello from Philadelphia. Shout out to Philadelphia. Hi.
This is a really, really easy light concealer under the eyes. And look up for me. Light concealer under the eyes. And then just a dense pigment like I showed in the tutorial. A little makeup with a lot of pigment, but I'm just using very little to kind of blend the concealer a little bit out over the face.
So it blends.
So it's just blend. I mean, you know, Dawn's got a great complexion. I love her golden, beautiful coloring.
Oh, thank you.
And so I'm just blending it around, and it's just about making it easy.
And you would suggest a sponge, just
oh yeah, damp sponge, because you know, first of all, the dampness keeps the makeup from absorbing into the sponge, so you're not just throwing all your makeup away, that's been soaked into the sponge. For one, it also when it hits the face, and I like to tap. Look up and squint for me.
You like to tap?
I like to tap the makeup in because I think it stimulates blood flow in the skin and it helps the skin to kind of accept what you're doing. Mm-hmm. It also is a stippling effect, which never feels like it's heavy here and then it's falling off there. Mm-hmm. It's kind of evened out all over. So really, go ahead and massage your face and push that and tap that makeup in, and you can feel there's a little bit of massage action.
I already feel the stimulation.
Oh my God, it's completely stimulating. There's no pain involved in this.
Yeah.
This is not painful. It's just absolutely.
So you would suggest moisten the sponge a little bit. Just
I wet it and then I wring it out with a paper towel, and that's where all the water goes.
Thanks, Marie. She said it looks beautiful. Thank you, Marie. We're just getting started. Wait till you see what he does. Oh, but with the eyes? Oh my God.
This is gonna go fast because we got a date and we got
a date tonight with a party and a bunch of friends waiting for us. So we're getting on it.
Now once I've done a little bit of that, here's what I love, and I know a lot of people have seen, you know, the it's a little bit of a bronzer. Bronzer's good on Dawn. It gives her a great coloring. I want to bring this bronzer just to the highlight of the cheek. Just to the side. You can see what I'm doing. Look straight in the camera. Mm-hmm. Just to the side of the apple. I know a lot of people talk about the apple of the cheek, but this has a little sheen in it. Mm-hmm. So if I get too much into the apple, you're going to look shiny, you know?
There's asking if it's Smart Cover. It is Smart Cover.
Yeah, it is Smart Cover.
I'm going to hold this up and show you just so that you can kind of see. You can get Smart Cover.
You can get it in a fair, light, medium, and dark.
Dark, yeah.
I'm trying to get them to put deep out there because I think it would be a beautiful color. These people know how to blend for general skin tones that blend to any slight alternate you might have from that particular shade. It always blends. And because you're not using a lot. It blends well because you're really not using a lot.
Oh, so he said, I remember from last time. Yeah, you remember our last tutorial, right? Thank you for writing.
Any questions from that?
Yeah, any questions? She wrote a yellow heart. Well, thank you. Do you have any questions about blending and Smart Cover? We're here live wanting to answer any of your questions about, I'm a mature woman. I'm in my 50s, but I feel like Joseph is just so brilliant at taking mature skin, and any skin, actually. You could be in your 20s or 40s or 50s or 80s. He's so brilliant at blending and making you, he's just enhancing. Makeup is a way, it's not to hide or cover who you are.
We need to take the word transformation or makeover. It's sort of an odd concept, really. Like makeover. What's wrong with what you got? But
We're just enhancing what we have.
I like to, when I want to go out and I want to look better and I look tired and maybe I'm dark on the eyes, I'll put a little concealer on. I'm a makeup artist.
Yeah, why not?
It really works.
Yeah.
Boys should learn, although,
Any boys out there?
They'll take their time with that.
Yeah.
But listen, there's nobody on television. There's nobody on, that isn't.
What kind of foundation? I just joined. Oh, Marie, what kind of foundation? It's the Smart Cover. And what else is it? Any other foundation?
I use a Lancome concealer. I'm using exactly what we in our product list on the
tutorial.
On the tutorial, everything.
Lancome concealer, just so people can see underneath the eye. That's what he did. You'll see when you watch back. You'll see the little concealer just to put under your eye, so that if you have any darkness or just to give it a little, just lighten up that area.
Now here's a trick, because you're going to see a translucent powder. This has no moisturizer, no pigment. It's just translucent.
Somebody wrote, "I need Joseph."
Oh.
We love you. He's mine tonight anyway. You can have him later, but he's mine tonight.
So because of the powder being sort of like a rice talc, it's a beautiful setting powder. No makeup, no pigment, no moisturizer. If you have moisturizer and pigment in your powder, you're adding more makeup to your face. This is like putting baking soda on an oil stain. So when I put this under the eyes, it's not going to dry your eyes out. It's actually going to pull the makeup out of the lines. That's what I love about it. And it's a trick I've been doing for probably 35 years since I discovered what I use, which is Derma Blend setting powder. It's a miraculous product.
Derma Blend setting powder.
Okay, so give me the squeeze so I can get that really, not your face, just the eyes. That's it. I'll look up at the same time. Good. That's it. And I'm just going to put it here.
Trying to do the squeeze thing. You're the only makeup artist I know that because that's why it's.
I just like it to have it flat there. But
yeah.
You can relax until you learn how to do it better.
I always want to squinch
yeah, you scrunch your whole face like a little chipmunk, and I'm like, hey,
I know.
Where'd you go?
But you're the only makeup artist I know that knows that trick. See, he's got tricks that no one else knows. No one.
Well, when you do it for as long as I have, I mean, I've done this for about 45 years now. Which is
45 years.
Yeah.
Joseph and I have known each other. You can see our friendship. We're a lot of laughs.
We've known each other for probably 35 of that.
Yeah, we've done Avon together. We've done, oh my God, JCPenney. JCPenney.
Yeah, we tried everything we could to bring it up.
Yeah, okay, what is the question? Can you see that? The question.
Do you suggest replacing foundation with concealer so as to avoid heavy makeup during the day? No, I think concealers are good at covering the darkness under the eyes. The thing that you want, and I pointed it out in the tutorial, is just to apply it. I like the wand because the wand is something you can very easily direct.
Maybe bring it forward.
It's something you can really direct to just the dark areas. Once you've established that that's covered and that dark circle is covered, just tap that in and then use the makeup over that to blend it out. I think with most concealers and where people are concerned about dark circles and things,
that's what she's questioning.
Right, you do need to just paint the circle out and then blend it out. Don't put concealer all over under the eye. Big mistake. That looks like too much makeup. Just in the natural crease here, the natural curve that happens under the eyes. Does that help? Is that a good answer?
Good answer. Thumbs up. Was that okay? Because I get dark under my eyes when I don't have a good night's sleep or I had too much wine or whatever. Whoa, honey.
And if it looks like too
I
much
get the
makeup
dark
in the
under my
end,
eyes,
if
yeah.
it looks like too much makeup in the end, then it's a simple answer. You're using too much makeup. Just use a lighter amount, use a lesser amount. But because concealer and makeup should really cover, but use very, very little. If you can't cover with the makeup you're using, then you have to use more and more and more. That definitely becomes too much makeup on the face, no question, especially if you're putting powder on top of it, because most powders have pigment and moisturizer in them. So I'm gonna
good answer, perfect
oh,
master.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna get some eyes going here. Now we've got.
Wait do you see the eyes, ladies?
We've got blue-green eyes here, and so I'm gonna use. This is from Tom Ford. I'm using very rust tones and a lot of red in that actually. And I'm going to show you a little trick with this baby later because it's color.
This is good. So it's very exciting to me because I love this color.
We're gonna
it's like
do
really
color.
Experimenting with something that's
I want to show you how you can keep really enhance a very sultry, smoky eye for the evening, but then you can go in and add color to it. But a lot of women like color. So say their eyes are brown and they're like, I like a little blue or a little green or a little purple around my eyes. I want to show you the best way, I think, to do it so as not to look like you've got too much color going on. So this is going to be really quick. I just run my finger over the eyelid, make sure they're not too oily because they'll grab the shadow. And like in the tutorial, I'm gonna go right in with a smoky eye. I'm gonna really bring that crease out right away. I don't know if you can see that. This is really explained in the video. But on the difference today is I'm not gonna use any liner. I'm gonna use a lash in the outer corner of each eye, just a piece of a false eyelash, not the whole thing, because I know it's like you bend and you're trying to get it one way or the other. Just a little piece to fill that corner of her eye out. And once I put that in and put a lot of mascara, this evening is the time for mascara.
That's when you can really go crazy.
And beautiful gloss on the mouth. Or if you want to go matte, that's okay, but it's more of a fashion statement where I think evening is about just looking and alluring and looking beautiful and attractive. So I'm going for just really attractive, not too much of a statement, just a lot of beautiful smoky eyes. Let's get her that can stay that way, then they can see. So you can see I'm going all the way across on Dawn. I'm even bringing it out. I'm not afraid. It's evening. Evening is all about eyes. So I'm not afraid of pulling that out.
I love that.
All the way across.
Don't be afraid. Evening, don't be afraid.
That's when you can pull out the stops. Because you're not going to get caught in the glaring sunlight, where somebody's going to go, well, that's a lot of eye makeup, right? Or you might look at it and say, I think I'm a little too fancy for the daytime. But evening, don't hold back. Have fun. Your eyes are beautiful. That's the one thing about evening that I think is the focal point, are the eyes. And, of course, a beautiful, kissable mouth.
Ooh,
well, don't give up. Don't ever give up. So after I've done a little bit of that.
Don't ever give up on kissing someone.
Don't. It's always great. And
it's
never.
The kiss of death. It's giving up
kissing
someone.
Is always good.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. So somebody's asking a question about under eye concealer.
Okay.
Can you read that question really quickly? I have a dumb question. I don't have dark circles. Do I need under eye concealer?
No.
If you don't have.
No.
Why?
The only reason to conceal is that, especially with certain people, like Dawn has these high cheekbones. So as she's aged, she's gotten a little bit of a circle here, a little darkness in that area under the eye. If you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And what I've done by lightening that is I've taken your eye away from it. Because once you see something that's strong, like a dark circle,
and I don't sleep great.
You only use concealer for anything that takes your eye away from the focus, which is you feeling beautiful. That's the focus. You don't feel beautiful because you've got a spot or you've got dark circles. Go ahead and use a concealer. If you've got no dark circles, don't use a concealer. Don't need it. If you have beautiful skin, don't even wear foundation. You know, bronzers and powders that have moisturizer and pigment in them, sometimes they're just enough to kind of even out and give the skin a nice glow.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
my
You're
pleasure.
welcome.
Okay, so now I'm just adding in, you can see I'm adding in a little gold shine. Now, Dawn, look straight into the camera. What I want to do is keep the space between the crease and behind the lashes very open. Because it's very, normally we fill it in. You'll see in the tutorial I did an eyeliner. I showed how that worked and how it opens up the eye. The lash in the corner is going to open up the eye. Okay, you can do that.
So that they can see.
The lash in the corner is going to open up the eye. So what I want to do now, because I tend as a makeup artist, and models are always confused by this, I dance around the face. You know, sometimes I'll stop in the middle and I'll go to the mouth because I want to see how it's all working together before I get too far on one thing. I think I say that in the tutorial as well. So this is going to be a little, look down, don't close. This is going to be a little bit of a curl to the lash, which I think is essential. I think people have, you know, people really.
I have a daughter. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
This is my daughter. She loves when we do this stuff. So.
Yeah, and especially and so when the things on the apparatus is on the eye, don't pull mommy away.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to get poked in the eye.
And the eyelash curling is a very good step to a beautiful eye. And they're designed to get quite close to the eye. So don't be just curling the ends.
Somebody wrote, "Hey, Lucia." Oh, hi, Tracy. Hi. We'll see you soon.
Tracy Gold.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, we will. Oh my God, getting all gussied up for the party, Tracy.
Tracy, we're getting all beautiful for this beautiful, glamorous party we're going to tonight. Well, red carpet, would you call it? Anyway.
Oh my God, I'm going in jeans. I hope no. Nancy said, "Come comfortable. It's going to be hot."
It's going to be hot tonight. We're in New York City. Where are y'all? I mean, if anybody out there is in New York City, you know, I don't know if you're feeling it too. It's
oh my
so
God,
humid
it's
tonight,
unbearable.
and we're like, oh my
well,
God.
you know what? It's summer, and we all been wondering when summer's going to come.
Oh, Tracy's doing her makeup now too. Oh, good. Oh, wait till you see what he does. Wait, oh God, I'm so excited. Whenever I work with Joseph, my heart goes like this. It beats so fast because I know that I'm working with such an artist who has so much experience. Like he said, 40 years experience just doing this day in and day out. He's brilliant at what he does.
I started when I was 2, so.
You did.
I want to show you up close the kind of lashes I'm using. They're very short and natural. And they're kind of a little spidery, but that's kind of a natural lash. You can see, particularly with the bottom one, how natural that looks. So what I've done is I've taken, you can see the remainder of what I've cut away. I've just got a little small lash. I don't think you can see that now because you need a white back. There it is. It's very small. You can navigate that. You can negotiate that with your eye. It's the long, swirly lashes that become difficult. Although once you put the lash on and you remove it, it's kind of shaped to your eye. So it goes on much easier second time around. But it's very rare that I do a second time around.
Now he does a very light, just to show them how you do it very light, because I think a lot of people don't like put it because they feel like it gets
one of the
loopy.
best ways, which I don't do, but I imitate when I do the glue. It's so hard to show you like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's so little, but when I do the glue, it's the way that's generally taught is to do it with a toothpick. You can also do it with a hairpin, you know, that has like the not the bobby pin, but the hairpin.
Yeah. And
you get the glue and then you just run it along the edge. If you take it from the tube directly to the lash, you're going to end up with blobs. And those blobs, when they hit your eye, it's over. It's all over. It's your eye. It's everywhere. You're going to get frustrated, and you're going to kind of make a mess of what you've done already. So this is going to go. Don't close. Always look down.
How's that?
It's just going to go right in the outer corner. It doesn't have to be past your own lash line. And when she looks up, you're going to see what that just did.
Can you see?
And that's without mascara. But you see how open and round and pretty the eyes are. And I show them the other one. That's before, and now show them after. It makes a huge difference as far as drama and evening and the feeling of glamour. So this one, so I'm going to do it the same thing to the other eye, and I'm just basically taking this lash and cutting it in half. And once you've done that, you can actually use the other half, but it's slightly off, and I would suggest saving the other half of the other half and then use the opposite halves the next time. You might get a slightly longer flutterier, that was hard. Flutterier look than
fluttery look.
Yes.
I love when it's just a B tips because
you don't feel like anybody knows.
you don't look like it's.
You don't look like you.
Don't. I don't like the bat. Like you look like you've got bat wings. I don't
look.
Like
I think that
for Halloween it's fun.
I think the young girls.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a lot of their work on YouTube and things.
Yeah.
I watch makeup tutorials. It's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
Still, after all these years, I love watching them. And
it's fun.
It's fun. And the young girls really pile on contour. They do so much to the face. It's like an hour later and it's just more contour and concealer. In the end, they glue that really heavy lash on. They look incredible. But that's just because they can kind of carry that off until a certain age, and then it looks like,
get away with it.
Yeah, then it looks like you went too far. So part of the reason that I keep going back to the fact that I think women's aging is actually fascinating and beautiful, and I think you should celebrate it. I really do. I really think celebrating who you are at any age is the essence of beauty. That's the ticket to being beautiful. You can put all the makeup and stuff you want to your face, but how is that going to resonate if you don't feel beautiful inside? Anyway, that's my philosophy. That's my 10 cents worth of philosophy for the day. Okay. Don't close, darling. Always look down.
I'm not a good when it comes to eyelashes.
You were good on the curling. You see that? Yeah, that looks great.
Well, I'm used to the curling. I'm not used to the lashes. I don't do lashes.
So we've done it again.
So
see
just
what
to
we've
show
done?
you.
Look at what we've done. I mean, that's just beautiful. And of course, I'm in the process. I've stopped with this because it was such a strong shape. I love the way that looks. I will blend that a little bit. But I think, like I said, I'm going to go to the mouth just so I see how things are balancing out. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to take a very neutral pencil. It's by MAC. It's called Soar. I don't know why they made a lip pencil called Soar, because that's weird, right? Like lip sore, but it means soar, like, oh, it's hot in New York. Okay, that's hot.
Do any of your ladies out there use MAC?
And this is just going to bring out a little bit the shade that her lips already are. Because like I said, and listen, there's nothing wrong with a great red lipstick. I mean, I could go nuts. But it's a hot day. I think everybody should just look glowy with a beautiful glossy mouth and beautiful eyelashes. That's what I'm going for here. And I will bring that green in. You're going to see how that works. This is my first time doing this, so I hope I'm not going haywire on all of you.
What does it say?
Aw, true. I don't feel beautiful inside. Always had low self-esteem. Then my husband died 2 years ago. Dawn, you look beautiful inside and out. And I'm sure you are too. Everyone is. You see, there's no exception. It's like saying a flower is not born to bloom. It's just everyone has that.
Yeah.
I know that there are times when we suffer loss. That's the worst. You know, I lost a sibling. That's terrible. That's just so before their time. That's hard. That's hard to feel anything inside. So I'm with you on that. but you'll get back. And remember that it's not a some people are beautiful and some people aren't. There's no exception in my book.
Yeah, and you're divine just because you were born. That's how I feel. You are beautiful.
So what this did for me, now you can see that it's starting to bring a little emphasis to the mouth, which is going to take a little from the eye side. If I want to go stronger on the eyes, I will. So I like to push things around. I like to really push the process around as I go. You know, I'm even gonna add a little gloss to that just because I want to get the idea of where this is going. Okay, now.
Do you guys like the lip color? Thumbs up if you do. Let us know. And if you have any questions, let us know. We're here for you. We're here to share this experience with you. We're sharing beauty secrets and beauty tips. And, you know, we're with the great Joseph. I don't want to say, but
oh
he's
my God,
the master.
one more time.
He's the master. He is the master.
One
we
more
love
time.
you.
You'll never stop. And that's good, because who doesn't want to hear that every day of your life? I love it. Now,
he's the master.
Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyebrow now, because I think that's important. Eyebrows are really tricky for most gals. They are really having tricky time.
What's the lip liner? Maxor.
Maxor, S-O-A-R, not S-O-R-E. You know, it sounds like they should do a mascara called Stye. I mean, I don't really understand.
But it's S-O-A-R, right? Like soar
Like
away.
soaring, like I'm soaring through the sky.
Soar away.
Yeah, they meant well when they came up with that. They meant well, but it didn't quite work out. But it's a great color, incredibly neutral, but just enough. If you really look closely at the lips, there's always a warm tone, fleshy, you know, gum color. Actually, the color of your tongue is very much attached to the color of your lips. There's always that little thin layer of skin that has a slight lavender iridescence, and that's what this gives me. That's what this gives me, and I love that. So think in terms of color on the face, in terms of lips, eyes, even cheeks. Everything has everything in it, and just in varying degrees. So even if it's like an orangey, you know, cheeky, bronzy color, it's still going to have some blue lavender in it, because the eye will read subtle if it's blended. So you've got your orange side, you've got your blue side. When they're blended, the eye will see balance. It's just something to think about in terms of where, as a makeup artist, why I choose the things that I do. I'm not a solid, every brown eye should have this eye color and or this eyeshadow color, and every blue eye should have this.
No.
It's just there's so much to play with makeup. Don't throw all those drawer full of makeup you got. Don't throw it out. Just learn how to have fun with it. So I like to start by brushing the brow down. And I'm just going to fill above the arch line here, because I want to open this up. I want to lift those brows up. So that's basically what I've done. I've given it a little bit of an arch because I just kind of like
Mama,
the arch.
Somebody asked a question.
Oh, for the new people watching, I'm doing this for my home, so I do have.
Yes, there is a
child.
lip liner. It's called Soar by MAC, S-O-A-R. And it's a great color, very, very neutral. So I'm really just building the lip. I can add any color I want over it. So once I've done that to the brow, I've actually brought the color from the top, brushing down, because actually a majority of your eyebrows actually grow down. So then in the end, I brush just to soften it with my brush.
And just go a little in.
Yeah, I soften, and show them without, and then show them with. You see, I've just strengthened the shape on the top of the brow. Brows are brushed down to soften what I've done and blend it. These brushes are very good. They're pulling that color through your eyebrows. Then when you brush it up, you see?
I love the whole brow thing because it's almost like it gives you a mini eye lift.
It's instant, and
bam.
it's just,
Mhm.
I'll do it again to the other eyebrow so you can get an idea. And I'm using a MAC product. It's called Lingering. I think that's how I used to call it lingerie, but it's Lingering. Doesn't that say Lingering?
Yep.
Okay. And it's probably their most neutral, medium tone eyebrow pencil. So it would be good for anybody with brown hair to blonde hair. So I said, it's just in varying degrees. Again, I wouldn't use it really strong on a blonde unless that's the look we were going for. But on Dawn, it's the perfect shade for her golden brown hair. So again, I'll show you because I think this is an important.
I think it's important.
This is a really cool trick. A lot of women, and I learned it by watching somebody who gave away shared what they knew, and talked about the wonderful, things you can do with makeup. And I saw this once many, many years ago. Brush the brow down. It's so counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about it. But if you look at the way your eyebrows grow, going a little closer, maybe they can see that. So
you start with brushing it down.
Yeah, because the eyebrows actually grow down.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want to do at this point, and I'll show you up close, maybe Don can stay right there. I want to build that up. I want to open the eye up. So I can do that with the brow. It's the frame of the eye. And I'm going to fill it. And I'm going to put that all the way in like that. Brushing down. Fill that all in. And again, I'm going to use my eyebrow brush to brush that down into the brow to soften. And then when you brush it up,
wow,
it's just completely open.
Look at how it gives you this like instant lift. It's like an instant eye lift. It just really opens up that eye.
I think that's pretty cool. And that's about as much as you need. You can always come back in with your small pencil or a little brown shadow, little eyeshadow, those many eyeshadows that you have and aren't using. You can always use them to fill in your brows. It's a good, soft way to fill in brows. So I'm just going to come back.
Great brow tip. I just tried it. Oh, playing along.
Oh,
great.
Good. It's good, isn't it? It's so.
Yeah.
It seems counterintuitive, but it's actually those things that actually, and it'll stay with you. You're never going to do it any differently. That's going to be it.
And I don't do Botox or eye lifts or any of that. So this, I feel like for me, because I don't do any of that stuff, it's really good for me because it just brings out my eyes. It really it gives you that pop.
The eyebrow is really the frame of the eye, and the other thing that's the frame.
It's like a frame. You're right.
And the other thing that's the frame of the eye is the beautiful apple here. That also frames the eye. And I am going to finish and come back in with a beautiful pale pink shimmer to that. It's just going to light up when we step out and take our 10-minute walk to go to this thing.
Yeah, it's
going to be really the humidity is going to make her glow, and she's going to look beautiful. So this makeup is just starting to to take shape here. And I'm just going back in because even though I really don't need to, because we're kind of good. We're kind of good on the brows here. I'm just going back in and bringing them a little bit stronger even.
Mm-hmm. Just so I can show these ladies, these beautiful ladies out there. You are all so beautiful.
I hope you're having fun.
Yeah.
Now, one trick.
Is this the eyeliner trick that you do?
Yeah, a lot of people want to use eyeliner, but it's not really part of the makeup story tonight. I think you can see that her eyes look really open and sexy, and eyeliner would just make it too much.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring a little more thickness to the lashes, to the lash line,
to make the lashes
right,
up a little bit.
You can do this two ways, and this was taught to me by a model. Models almost taught me everything I know. I've been working in New York as a makeup artist since 1979, where I moved from California. And this is taught to me by a model. She said, you should try this. And also Marlo Thomas. I did Marlo Thomas's makeup, which I love her.
That girl?
Yeah,
Marlo Thomas?
I love her. I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about when she was campaigning for Gary Hart, which turned into a scandal. But
Yeah.
you know, she was so lovely, and she said, "Oh no, this is what they taught me on the set of That Girl." And what it is very, very simple. If I can just, I'm going to do it with my.
He's got his little bag of tricks
Yeah.
down here.
Well,
so.
you know, I brought a sort of a light kit because I knew what I was going to use. This is what we do. Take a little eyeliner, whether it's gel or you can take like a Revlon felt tip eyeliner, and you just get, you just lift that up a little bit, and you just paint under that shape. Now look at the difference.
Yeah, that's like an old Hollywood secret.
Right.
Wow.
That's how Marilyn Monroe did hers. She didn't pull the outer line till the end. Every bit of the other part was in under the eyelashes. It doesn't mean you have to go inside your eye. You can even go in between the lashes.
Yeah.
Be artistic with a very tiny little brush like this, and just go in and just don't.
Yep,
always
yep.
close.
My first instinct is to close,
I
and then
know,
once you start,
because I'm coming at you with a brush.
You're coming at me with it's more of a reflex.
You're like, help. So I'm just, and this is also, by the way, this is really tying the lash and the artificial lash and her lashes together. I got a little smudge here, so I'm gonna take it off. Don't want that. Don't want that. Okay. Now, I kind of said I wasn't going to use any liner. Now I'm feeling like I just want to get a little bit to the outer corner here. Just to bring.
It's very Hollywood.
Look down in this way.
It's very Hollywood to me that when you do a little liner, little black liner brings out that whole the 40s glam, the Hollywood old movie star glam.
Well, maybe it's your black top,
Is that it?
inspiring me to go a little richer. What does everyone think? Do we like that better?
Do people like this?
Do we like that better?
You went a little heavier on the. What do you think?
I think it's kind of nice.
What does it say? The tight lining. Is that? I can't read it that well. What does it say? The last one.
Tight lining.
Oh, a tight lining? Are you saying make sure it's all?
No, I think maybe that's what it's called.
Oh.
Maybe that's the name of it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish that off because I think, look that way. I think it sort of brings the false eyelash and the other eyelash together more. But I'm still happy I placed it underneath because I can keep it very thin to the inside. I think that's nice. I think it looks really good. And by the time that melts a little bit, right, that'll have a nice look. Mm-hmm. And let's go ahead and.
I love it. When you did the eyebrows, did you fill in the whole brow or just the tail? How do you know when to stop?
Eyebrows are individual. Everybody has fingerprints. Some people pluck them and they don't come back, and that's always a problem. A lot of the gel. Felt tip sort of eyebrow fixers are kind of good for that. So it varies. I mean, with Dawn, her brows are pretty even. The only thing that I did, which I think made a difference on her, was I brought it up higher in this area. I brushed the brow down and I made the arch from above. And then brush it underneath, keeping all of this clean in here.
Yeah, because the arch is here.
Well, it's different on all people. Some people look good when they open the arch. There was something interesting also that I learned over the years, and that was from an old Hollywood makeup artist. They used to judge the eyebrows and the lips were actually as if they were on a parallel bar. So it'd be like this. The shape of the lip would match the shape of the brow. And that is emphasized by key light. So it's just something that I thought was really interesting, as far as unifying the face. But, we could talk about Hollywood makeup, artist techniques another time. But I thought that was interesting. That's always fascinated me. Okay, so I just want to get to the color under the eyes, because I think this is important. What I'm going to start with, I've got a beautiful brown pencil. It's Teddy. It's like a copper, perfect brown pencil. Look up for me, and I'm just going to drag it a little bit over her eyelashes, especially in this corner, because her eyelashes tend to thin out and towards the outside, right? A little bit right in here. And then so under here as well. I'm just trying to, complete the shape, keep the eyes going. Now I'm going to use this as, we're kind of rushing through this, but I think it's going to be good. I think makeup is beautiful when it's not overstudied anyway. Just keep playing, keep blending, keep playing. I'm going to take just a kind of a brushy brush, but very thin, slightly, very good for under the eyes. I'm going to take this green. It's kind of crazy because
I love it.
I'm not a colored eyeshadow person. So this is really, but because I have the brown, it's going to neutralize a little bit. So look up for me. And so I can actually lay it in here and then lay it over that brown. And do you see how we've just brought color into the whole thing? And it may be hard to see, but I can see it.
It's hard to see, but
I can see it vividly where I'm standing.
Can you guys see it? I mean, it's this beautiful. Show them again this color. Look at this color, guys. Wow.
It's a really golden. What did you call it?
Parrot.
Parrot.
It's
green.
like a parrot green.
So you want to use it sparingly, but if you're using it next to the eyelashes, it's going to affect the shade of the color of the eye. It might even lean it to the green side.
Somebody wrote wowza, and then somebody wrote if your eyes are small.
Yes.
Did you not put anything on bottom? The lash liner?
The trick to doing that is not going all the way to the corner. And I say this in my tutorial with Dawn. If you're doing it, don't go all the way to the corner. Start just short of the corner and go a little longer underneath. That open space in there will create a bigger eye.
Yeah.
You actually can trick the eye into thinking anything you want it to do if you put the makeup on right. And I love this question. It's such a good question because not many people think if I go under, I go up, it's all got to be to the end and all closed off. No. You can stop short of the end and then continue the top line, whatever shape you're trying to go.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to note. That's a great question. So no, you can use it underneath. Just don't bring it up because it can close the eye off. I hope that, and try it. If it doesn't work, you can never go wrong with leaving the underneath of the eye clean. It always looks sophisticated. It always looks fresh to me, But this is evening. We're going for a lot of makeup. So a lot of eye makeup. I want these eyes to really go crazy.
Yeah, we're going crazy tonight with our eye makeup. So
I'm going to do it on this side. I'm starting with the green in the corner. Now, that green has a lot of shine in it. So it's not closing the eye off. It's reflective. It's just depositing a little color. And as I drag it over that brown, I'm really going to get a little more neutral because it's mixing with the brown. And that's why I left the brown off in the middle, because I actually really wanted to show that green off there. The other thing to remember is that color is back. Colored eyeshadow is back.
Color.
So I'm just hope that some of these simple techniques can help you put it on in a way that it'll actually look really cool and not like just a lot of color on your eyes. Look at it. Going back and doing the side because I do want to see it more. Maybe you can really see it this time now.
I love that you blended it with the brown.
Yeah, because it neutralizes
So
a little bit.
just
See how
so-
that's really pretty. Look at, if you can see the color of her eyes, you can see the color under the eyes and what that's doing.
Can you see? Can you all see the
I can
sort
see
of the green? I was perfect. Thank you. I'll try it. Thank you. I mean, you know, this is why we're here. We want to show you that you can just do things that are actually different or you wouldn't have thought of. There's a lot of new people that just came out. I want to show that green one more time.
Oh yeah, please. And
Just
look
to
at the
show
packaging.
you guys.
It's so cute.
Yeah, the
It's like-
packaging is adorable.
It's like a gumdrop or something.
Who's the brand? Just so, do you remember?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. I'm the only one with glasses on.
Yeah.
No, it was actually somebody gave it to me as a gift. They thought I'd like it.
I love this green.
It's
I hope you
called
guys-
Jealous Eyeshadow Luxe. I don't know, guys. It's not like. Don't worry about the.
Don't
brands.
worry about it.
I
Just
don't.
find.
I'm
just,
not a
just
brand
find the color.
person.
Yeah, just find the color you like.
I'm
Somebody wrote, "Are certain colors better for hazel green eyes?"
Well, with hazel green eyes, if you want the green to come out, you could use one of these shades that I started with on Dawn. This kind of, it's got so much red in it. The red will really excite the green in the hazel.
I have blue green and that
Right.
really
Well,
pop. Yeah.
it's just a dramatic color, but particularly this red one. This is more what I had on Dawn. But the red one will excite whatever green is in your hazel, whatever degree of green will start to pop. Where, I mean, that's a really good question, and that would be my first answer would be go for a reddish shadow. Even if it's just what you start with as a color around your eyes, and then start modeling it with browns and grays and charcoals and blacks to give more definition and drama. But the red will bring out the green in the hazel eyes. So I've always loved that. I don't think gray is good for green eye. Gray is not good for hazel eyes. I do believe that. In my experience, I always end up wanting to put red, and if I don't have it, I sometimes grab a lip pencil and start putting it next to that hazel eye, and it's just like wham! You just see green coming from everywhere. Purple with the green. Well, again, purple has red in it. So whatever degree of red is in your purple is doing the same thing. But if you go directly to the reddish, I'll show you the color again because it's Tom Ford. It's an absolutely beautiful palette. You can see how red that is. I know it probably doesn't look as red on camera, but it's got a lot of red pigment in it. When that goes in next, but the purple would do something similar because it's got the red in the purple, but then you've got blue and purple. Now blue is a little bit more adjacent to the green tone, so it might deepen it. It might darken the green. And if that's good, then that's probably the result you're getting is that it's making your hazel eyes look a little darker in the end. So the red makes everything look popped, bright.
So she's saying, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
What's next?
Look up for me. I'm gonna pencil your wet line, if I may. Just to do this.
Whoa, that is very easy.
Beautiful. Say
That's
smoky.
sultry and smoky.
Okay,
and
now that we've
sultry and
done-
sexy.
Now that we've done the brows and we've done the lashes and we've got the liner on there, so lashes are really involved. This little tricky thing out here is about to go. This was just something for the shape. Now what I'm going to do is take a clean brush and I'm just going to blend that. This is a blending brush. So I'm still going to maintain that lift to the corner that I've done with all this empty space that's just keeping this looking really open, but I'm going to blend it out with a clean blending brush. And you'll see what this does in the end. It actually becomes so incorporated into the face. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing underneath with the green. Just blend it. Makeup should never lay on the skin. It should always be blended in. And one of my favorite blending tools is the pad of my finger. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to blend that out. And you can see what that did. If you look here, and then you see how that's blended. Now we have the shape of the eye.
Just so you can see. Do you see the green underneath with that little bit of a
And it doesn't mean
sparkle?
you can't look. I feel like I want to bring it back a little bit, even. But it's really good makeup is always blended. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice in between compromise. You see, now you've got this is really looking a little too like. It's a little too strong. I mean, it might look beautiful on computer, but to me, it's a little too strong. This has the same effect, but it's just blended out into the face. So you're not seeing. I've always said if you can see the makeup, it's kind of not working. It should be there to excite and enhance, not be too visible.
And, yeah.
So that's why I'm blending this out. Taking my clean blending brush and just opening that line up, bringing that whole shadow up to the brow, out to where the two kind of meet. That's something to think about. When you bring that tail out on the brow, the eye can meet in that area. All right. Now, finally, I'm just going to take just a beautiful sheen. It's a wonderful color by MAC. I have to dig it out to tell you what it is, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I've always remembered, and it's just I'm having a senior moment.
It's okay.
It's
you know what? It doesn't
and I'm
matter.
just going to pull that brow up, and you can see, ladies, you can see when you pull the brow up what you're dealing with. You got bones there that are defining those areas, and I'm just going to lay a little bit of that shine on there.
Ooh.
You know?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and this is what makeup can do. It can really just be the right strategic thing. And the minute you go out and you're having a good time, so you're dancing, you're having wine, and then the next thing you know, your makeup's all blended and melted together, and you look like it's you.
And I plan on having a lot of wine.
Yeah, I have a feeling this one's going to be kicking up.
A lot of dancing and a lot of wine.
So anyway, and you can also bring that in. Look up. You can also bring that into the middle here, just to make the eyes look a little wet in the inside. Blending that out over that green.
See, I don't even do these kind of things and I've been doing my makeup a long time, but I love that just a little bit in here.
Do you see how the makeup's disappearing, but your eyes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger?
Mm-hmm.
So
it really gives you that big-eyed. And somebody even wrote, Dawn, your eyes look so bright and big. Thank you. Cheers to that. Cheers to you.
Oh, thanks, guys. This is so much fun. She asked me to do this. I've never done this. I'm usually like, okay, let me try that again, and we can edit that out.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like, she's got me in training for a whole other. She's got ideas for me that I love her for that because she's amazing and she.
You're brilliant, isn't he brilliant this is his first time ever doing something live, and he's answering questions. He's,
I'm having fun. I love hearing what people are trying and how things are working out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're going to get into what everyone's favorite part, and that's mascara. I don't think anybody alive with a conscious doesn't love mascara. It's just the best thing anyone ever designed.
Best thing since sliced bread.
So all I'm going to do with that is just blend up her lashes into the artificial ones.
Okay. Yep.
And it just finishes the whole thing off.
Boom. Wow.
I think if I'm trying to emphasize anything with this makeup, is that have fun. Yeah. Have fun with makeup. When you're going out in the evening, have fun with makeup.
Yeah.
But kind of keep it to the eyes. The eyes are really the ticket for evening makeup, in my opinion. I like a clean eye and a bright lipstick for day. I think that's gorgeous.
But at night, you can really...
it's the eyes, because if you want to look sexy and beautiful, you can't have a really hard lip and you can't have too much makeup on. But you can do anything you want to the eyes. And they really, they'll look beautiful with candlelight and all the whole other stuff that happens when you go out at night. I think this looks pretty sensational.
What do you guys think? I think it looks, I feel very glamorous. I feel sexy. I feel like I'm ready to go out. Wait till he puts my hair down and it's going to look really awesome.
I'm going to do a little underneath because, and I love this little Maybelline mascara for this because the brush is so tiny.
Yeah.
And you can really get in there.
Get the babies.
Yeah, get the little baby guys out of there. And with the trick to underneath to get it good is just to kind of aim for the lashes where they grow out. Aim for the base of the lashes. Don't aim for the ends. You'll get there just by the nature of having a brush. And by the time you've done this side's dried enough that a second coat will actually really pop. And then again, this is dry enough for a second coat. So you can play with this. Some people don't like mascara underneath because their lashes are so long and they get all, it tends to run down as the evening goes. One trick to avoid that, first of all, is again, don't aim for the ends, but take your eyebrow brush and just take the ends and kind of brush that off.
Go get them.
And just kind of brush. You don't want any clumps or tips or any kind of a mess.
Yeah, you don't want that clumpy look.
No.
It's not attractive.
No. So I don't know how you feel.
I like to go closer because I like them to see.
Yeah. So
I
now
feel like it's a really
glamorous. Yeah.
And then also, but not like overbearing, overpowering.
Well, especially now, remember,
looking clownish. It's beautiful. Like it's a beautiful eye. It made my eyes pop, and it made the color pop too, which I love that green because I feel like it really enhanced the color.
And now I'm just going to take a sponge, a clean one, because this powder underneath is not adding makeup to her skin. It's not heavy. This just set the concealer. So once that comes away, you just have a very beautiful, clean skin. And you see, I'm really pulling that sponge. I'm buffing that sponge. I'm taking that makeup down on there. It's not, the effect is still there. I haven't taken the effect away. So I just want to take my brush and I want to do, I know what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I know what I want to do. I want to take this really pretty pink blush.
That is a very pretty pink.
Beautiful color.
Ooh,
just
show them that little, really pretty.
It's a really
it's got
pretty.
A little bit of an iridescence.
It's ready to wear. NYC. It's a really good makeup company. They've got a lot of good things. Not any one line is going to give you the whole thing.
Felt tip and stuff.
They have good stuff, though. I'm very impressed by their eyebrow grooming tools, by the way. They've done a very good job with that. Even colored eyebrow gel that thickens what you've done and really trains the lashes to stay where you want them. Now, I was saying that the eyebrows really frame the eyes, and I believe that enormously. I look straight in the pink. But this also frames the eyes. Look up for me. It's the pink right in there.
Oh, who knew?
Well, we call it the balls of the eye, but actually if you use a soft color, like a soft pink, not that hard of a blush tone, but just something, that's why I like this. This is why I gravitated to that. It was so soft. Yeah. And what it does is it just blends under the eye, and particularly with those green blue eyes of Dawn's. And also, when you smile, you want that little color there, even across the nose, Blush is a beautiful thing. It's an incredible thing if it's done subtly, How pretty is that? Wow. Now I'm going to take my lip brush because I think I'm just about down to the wire here. And,
we've got a party to go to tonight.
I could do this all night. I could just keep going.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
We're just having a blast.
Thank you for all your questions.
Good one. A tip. For balls of the eyes. Which is around here.
We call it the ball of the cheek, but in essence, to me, the dark circles, the graying under the eyes,
Yeah.
the kind of discoloration, the kind of drabbiness under the eyes. Get some blush in there.
I like it. It gives me a lot
Give
of color.
some blush in there. And if there's
Yeah.
any light sheen to it, it just lifts. I mean, that's a beautiful face to stare back at across the candle lit table. I think I've succeeded. Now all I'm going to do is take my lip brush and just bring that lip pencil a little bit rounder. Take the edge off. Again, open a bit. Again, it's just to, one tip I know a lot of people suffer from is lip color that bleeds out. They're like, oh, but I can't use gloss because my lips bleed into the lines. That's why you want to start with a pencil and then just use the gloss right in the center in here. That's the only place you want to use it.
And what's interesting, he really always makes my mouth look beautiful. I have a very thin upper lip. And
even thinner on one side.
And even thinner on one, and very full kind of lower lip. So the way he does it, he doesn't try to overdraw and make this whole other line and other thing and all that, which I look very ridiculous. I look ridiculous, like clownish.
We never have to impersonate anyone, but
yes,
we are truly fine who we are. There's no impersonation. I know a lot of people want to fill and they want to do different things to their face, and they're like, well, I had thin lips and I always hated them, so they get filled out. If that makes you feel beautiful, then you're going to look beautiful.
Yeah.
But
if it makes you feel beautiful.
But don't chase after something that isn't there, because you'll forget that what's there is actually really good.
God makes no mistakes. I always say this, like the way you were designed, you're designed in perfection. And we're just here to share love, to share some tips and tricks, and to share just having fun with makeup. I think he did an amazing job. What do you guys think? Tracy's waiting for us. Don't worry, Tracy.
What time is it? Oh my God, we'll get there. We're
we'll
blocks
get to the
away.
party. And we're going to brush this out. I'm going to show you my dress. I'm not going to be able to put my dress on because this is not a full-length thing. But I think it's a really cute, summery, kind of fun dress to go with this beautiful makeup. Thank you for the thumbs up. You look great. No cheekbone highlight? What do you think? Cheekbone highlight? Somebody's asking.
Well, now that you mentioned it.
Why not?
I did bring something.
Look at my hair.
I did bring something that I thought, I know, right? It's fine by me. I love glam. I just brought a nice little easy, creamy cheek highlighter.
Thank you for asking that.
I was saying to Dawn, I wanted to bring this out because now it's not powder, it's a cream.
Love highlight. I do too. I do like to have that glow.
It's a cream to powder. Well, I'm learning something here, and I would just want to put it just out into here. It's not going to be anything that strong or noticeable. It's just going to barely tap in. You don't want to get into the lines with that. You want it just at the top of the cheek, like that. I like that. Thank you. I brought it specifically to kind of do it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little sheen in that bronzer I put on you, so.
But this gives it an extra je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, a certain look to it. That'll really look pretty when it kind of all melts together, which makeup does. I think makeup should look more beautiful as the day goes on. I think it should look more saturated, and
because it kind of sinks in.
It sinks in. It looks. It's not on this. It's not. It gets more saturated. The skin oils go in and deepen the colors.
Somebody wrote, now it's perfect. You're right.
I
gave it a little bit of a extra oomph.
Wow.
And right now he's just, this is really just kind of playing with hair now. Go ahead, Joseph.
Well, one thing that's a nice trick as far as setting your hair is, if you're going to use a curling iron, is to actually use a little bit of teasing at the root before you curl it, wherever you want that lift. Because what happens is that when you get it to this stage, you don't want to have to get in there and start messing with it. If you've done a little teasing at the roots, then it actually just comes out with all that lift that you want. And this is going to fall. I just want this to drop. So I mean, we're not too far off. You know, I want this to fall a little bit. Dawn's hair is fine, but I love the way that looks there.
Yeah,
that looks fantastic.
I like that kind of.
You look sexy.
Mexy.
Yeah. So the rest
Sexy.
of this will just kind of drop out, and you know, Dawn tends to have a little bit of a hair that doesn't really take a curl that well. So you can see it's already dropping out. So I'm not worried about just throwing a few curls in her hair to get this
I love
effect.
it.
Looks
to give
great,
it that
right?
sort of sexy, messy look.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. Oh, hold on. Somebody's calling. I'm going to turn this off. So, sorry guys, just trying to. My phone went off. Sorry, we're shooting this from home, so these are the kinds of things that happen. Anyway, so yeah, we really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Ooh, look what he's doing with my hair.
the thing that's so important about hair,
Mm-hmm.
and especially as we get older, the hair loses a little bit of the thickness, and you know, so
Yeah.
what you want to do is, you know, give it a good curl and then mess with it. You know, this is the evening we're talking about, right? So the evening should have a little something extra. Even if it drops out, it's something a little extra. And then, of course, you know, when you got, when I styled hair back in the 70s, hairspray was a little more important than it is today. But it was always, when you get that bang just the way you like it and you feel sexy and beautiful, just hit it with a little spray and you'll be glad you did. So I think we've done well.
I think we've done well. Anybody out
Any
there want to
last minute
see
questions?
any last minute questions? I'm going to go grab my dress just so you can see. I'll be right back. They're saying, read the last two. They're saying, now it's perfect and it looks good. And blah, blah,
Yes,
blah.
love highlight. Now it's perfect. Okay. Oh, okay.
So I'm going to just show.
Yeah, right? Well, Dawn's face is, oh yeah, show him the dress. It's so sweet.
So this is just my dress for tonight. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a summery,
It's kind
shimmery,
of like a silky chiffon sort of tank top t-shirt without a skirt. So pretty.
Yeah, and I hope and I'm gonna wear this with a little Chanel bag because I think it's almost like jewelry when you wear like a chained bag with it. It gives it a little cute look. I hope you like the makeup. I hope you like the hair. I think it looks great. We're going to take some photos and have them on Instagram tomorrow of our night out and our party. Like I said, it's very hot here right now, so this is kind of a really
That's as much as you want to wear.
This is from Club Monaco. I kind of like Club Monaco. They have
Me
some
too.
fun
I think
stuff.
they're great. They're great for men too.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to sign off. We love you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you like how I look. And remember that you are beautiful no matter what. But if you know, just the way you are, just the way you were born. But if you want to have fun with makeup, you know, stick with us. We'll be doing more
back,
of these.
and maybe I'll be a little better the next time. I feel like I was all over the place, but I hope it was fun. Hope you picked up some good tips.
You were awesome.
Love that you guys just jumped in.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Well,
more
thank
than
you
so
too.
welcome. Thank
Well,
you for joining
big
us.
kiss. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.